My name is Dave Arwood. I am from PNB Broadcasting. We have 10 radio stations here locally, and we're so glad to have every one of you here with us tonight for this awesome annual event. Man, we're so excited. A little bit about myself. I was born and raised here in East Alabama. Gladly live here in East Alabama. Make this my home, of course, where we work, and it's just an honor to be in the great state of Alabama, and definitely here in East Alabama, where it's just so beautiful. So we'd like to welcome out all of our elected officials today, and of course we welcome Governor Ivey. Thank you so much for being here, and we want to welcome all of our chamber board members today. We're going to go through a list of some of our elected officials, and I ask if you would please stand and be recognized. We do have a lengthy list, so please hold your applause to the end. But first, representing our Representative Mike Rogers' office, we have Lee Benoit here with us today. Lee. Also, on our state level, Senator Randy Price is here today with us. We also have Representative Debbie Wood with us today. Senator Billy Beasley is here with us. Representative Chris Blackshear is here with us today also. We have Representative Jeremy Gray here, and Representative Barry Ford here with us also. Now, because obviously we have an abundance of elected officials in the House today, I'm sorry if I don't call out your name, but we would like for you guys to stand. All of our elected officials from Russell County, would you please stand and be recognized? All of our Russell County elected officials. Also, all of our Phoenix City officials, would you please stand and be recognized? Our Phoenix City officials. And our elected officials that we may have from Smith Station, City of today, would you stand and be recognized? Awesome. And any other elected officials that we have in the building, would you please stand and be recognized this evening? Awesome. Of course, our board of directors, our chamber board of directors, could we ask that you stand and be recognized? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause. So excited to be here this evening. We couldn't do this without all of our awesome sponsors. I definitely want to thank our diamond sponsors, CTV Beam. Thank you so much. You know, it's great sponsors like you guys that help run our chamber and help us sparkle like the diamond sponsor that you are. So thank you so much, CTV Beam. We love you guys. Thank you. A true diamond sponsor. And of course, it's fantastic sponsors like Alabama Power that energize an event like this. So we thank you, Alabama Power, for being our Emerald sponsor. Thank you so much. Of course, our Ruby sponsors, we couldn't do it without you. Taylor Funeral Home and Aja People's Photography. Aja's taking photos. There she is. We want to thank our friends from Buffalo Rock, because Buffalo Rock provided all of the beverages that we had for our reception. So thank you so much for providing the soft drinks, Buffalo Rock. And Flower Cart, Debbie and the crew over at Flower Cart donated the beautiful centerpiece roses that we have at the governor's table this evening. So thank you so much to Debbie and the Flower Cart. Please, a round of applause for those sponsors. Our platinum sponsors, we definitely could not do it without our platinum sponsors. You know, they've made such a very generous and sizable commitment to our wonderful Chamber of Commerce here in East Alabama. Thank you so much to Alabama Power, CTV Beam, PNB Broadcasting. I love those radio stations. Also the City of Phoenix City, Buffalo Rock, Russell County Commission, Synovus, the City of Smith Station, Outfront Media, W.C. Bradley Company, West Rock, and TSIS. Thank you so much to all of our platinum members. We couldn't do it without you. Now I'd like to bring up our state representative, Chris Blackshear, who's going to lead us in both the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Well, you can tell who's the DJ in the room with Dave's voice. If you don't mind, can you stand with me this time for a prayer and then followed by our pledge. Lord, thank you for the opportunity for us to come together this evening in fellowship here in our community. There's lots from Columbus and Phoenix City here, but it's good to see that you're able to bring us together, dear Lord, as one. And Lord, please bless all of our elected officials at the local level and the state level, because I'm a firm believer that Those people are in the positions because they have a calling from you, dear Lord. It's no mistake that they're in the positions that they're in, Lord. Take the food to the nourishment of our body this evening, Lord, and protect us and give us a safe haven as we travel home this evening. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Well, let me add my welcome to those you've already heard. I really appreciate you supporting us tonight. I appreciate you supporting the Chamber. Governor Ivey, I appreciate you supporting our community and speaking to us tonight. And aside from appreciation, I have this sort of feeling of, excitement. I'm excited about what we see on our horizon. I'm excited about our prospects as a community and as a region. And along with being excited, there's this feeling that something new is happening and that it's already begun. And that, not only do we have a new chamber president in the form of Dennis Beeson, a new name, East Alabama Chamber of Commerce, a new governor. I think the feeling of newness is about this sense that we're looking ahead and not back. That we're leaving behind sort of these notions of bad feelings, bad history, naysayers. We're leaving all that behind and we're looking ahead. And although we may not be able to see the future, I think we can see the horizon of that future and maybe bits of what that future looks like. And I'm thinking, I like these odds. I like where we're going, and I like that I look on this audience and see all this collective leadership, and I'm thinking, I like this. I like where we're going as a community, where we're going as a region on both sides of the river, and I like that where we're going as a state. So, from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of the Chamber Board, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Carrie Pope is our outgoing Chamber Board Chair, and on behalf of the Board of Directors of the East Alabama Chamber of Commerce, I want to thank Carrie Pope. Thank you for your service in 2018.
My name is Dennis Beeson. I'm going to come back up and talk in a minute about some of the things that the Chamber has done this year. But it's my pleasure to introduce a tremendous supporter for our Chamber of Commerce, a good friend of mine, and the main sponsors, the CTVB family. So please welcome to the stage Mrs. Melissa Gant, please.
So we're going to change the program around just a bit for you, for the sake of the governor's time and to get her back on the road. It's been a really long day for her. So we're going to change things around a little bit, so your agenda's going to look a little different. We're going to start by introducing our video as the platinum sponsor for the event. We at CTV Beam love our city and our counties, and we believe in giving back to the community that we serve, and we believe that that matches up with the mission of the Chamber. So it's always our pleasure to be a platinum sponsor for this event. So, and without further ado, we hope that you see this video with the heart that we felt we put into it, and hope that you get something out of it as well.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
We hold these truths.
We hold these truths.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
That all men are created equal.
And that they are endowed.
They are endowed by their Creator
with certain unalienable rights.
that among these are life,
that among these are life,
liberty,
and the pursuit of happiness.
In the pursuit of happiness.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
So now, without further ado, it's going to be my pleasure to introduce the governor to you tonight. We're excited and honored to have her with us. She's a woman that's leading Alabama into the future and beyond. Here in East Alabama, it's easy to see that the entire state is better off because of her heart of serving others and her ambitious vision for her and her love for our great state of Alabama. As Alabama's only female governor, she has certainly shown her courage in tackling some of the state's biggest challenges and her commitment to the importance of economic development and to education. We can all see that Alabama's future is much brighter with her at our helm. So if everyone will join with me and welcome to the lectern our 54th governor of the great state of Alabama, Governor Kay Ivey.
Good evening, y'all. It's great to be here in Phoenix City with you tonight. Melissa, thank you for that lengthy introduction. And I just appreciate your terrific hospitality this evening, and you've made it so easy to feel right at home with y'all tonight, and I'm delighted to be here. And I really appreciate the fact that you've invited me to have an opportunity to address you at your annual dinner this year, and I'm grateful. Throughout my term as governor, we have seen that, in fact, we've proven it time and time again, when we work together, success is the result. And when different entities work together, we accomplish a whole lot more. Since I took office, we have seen more than 16,000 jobs created, several coveted economic development projects announced, and we've seen strides being taken to improve our education system. Working together, we're truly making a difference, but what will matter to most Alabamians is what are our next steps? How are we going to build on the success that we've enjoyed thus far? And as a part of the East Alabama Chamber of Commerce, y'all understand that so well. You are the biggest advocates for East Alabama, for doing business in this part of the state. You work at it harder, and you do more to make it possible. So as governor, I share that vision for the whole state of Alabama as well. And I'm committed to building on our successes, while at the same time tackling some of our most difficult, long neglected challenges. Well, we've got our infrastructure that needs an investment. We hadn't made any change in our investment in our infrastructure in 26 years. And like another huge challenge is our overcrowded and understaffed prisons, and certainly our education system needs to continue to be improved. And I'm proud to move forward on these efforts. so that together we can make progress. And I look forward to working with the members of the Alabama legislature in March and going forward to address these difficult situations that have just been neglected for years and years and more years. So I know that y'all are well served in the legislature with your members, Representative Blackshear, Fort, Gray, and Woods, Senator Beasley, Senator Price. I just appreciate their commitment to the great state of Alabama and appreciate your support. All of our efforts will be focused on doing what's right and what's best for the people of Alabama. And I'm confident that by working together, we will continue to spur economic growth in this area and make changes we will overcome our challenges and turn those challenges into opportunities. Much of our recent success in Alabama is a result of our strong economy. And during my time as governor, 16,000 plus jobs have been created and 16,000 plus jobs have been added and filled by Alabamians. And that was done with $8 billion invested in our great state. And that just further proves that Alabama is the place to do business. 2018 was a winning year in economic development. We landed the largest economic development project in the last decade, and that's huge. And we've secured $1 billion investment in our rural counties to start new jobs there as well. So we're showing the world that Alabama has a Made in Alabama team, and that's the team they should join. We are making progress with the Made in Alabama brand. And our formula for success, y'all, is pretty straightforward and simple. Collaborating, problem solving, and working on projects with shared responsibility. Now that means that you at the local level and our team at the state level, when they work together, we can have greater progress for achieving our economic growth goals. It's proven time and time again that when we work together, we make success. Recently, Secretary of Commerce Greg Canfield and I met with 7 of the top site consultants in the United States. And they made it very clear that they appreciate what they see in Alabama about the cooperative efforts between the state and the local level. And would you believe they went on to say that they don't see that strong teamwork and cooperation in many other states. So it just goes to prove that a team approach to achieving our goals is the Alabama way to do things. It's the way we're going to do things in Alabama. And the Ivey administration is proud to lead an effort that centers on teamwork and working together. And Alabama is in a position to enjoy even more success. And as we look to the future, y'all, it's just absolutely imperative now more than ever that we ensure that all Alabamians have a very beneficial education, which leads them to achieve success that best suits them. Whether a person lives in Phoenix City, or Birmingham, or Foley, or Camden, Alabama, having a quality education can be your key to success. Since day one and continuing forward, making real impactful changes to our state's education system is a top priority of mine and will continue to be so. Through my education initiative, Strong Start, Strong Finish, we are already making strides to improving our education system. Our areas of focus span from the earliest years of our children all the way through workforce training. And going forward, placing a greater emphasis on workforce development in our state will be a top priority for our administration. In fact, I've already started on that. I've begun on these efforts by creating within the governor's office the Office of Education and Workforce Transformation. This entity within the governor's office focused solely on aligning the federal funding streams to create the most effective workforce development programs for Alabamians all across the state. All of our efforts will be centered around the goal of giving every Alabamian the opportunity to succeed and better provide for themselves and their families. And as working men and women, you can certainly relate to that goal. Something else you can also relate to is the challenge that we face about our aging infrastructure system. My number one priority as your governor for this year is to increase the funding for our infrastructure. 26 years have gone by and not one change to funding our infrastructure system. People are driving more efficient cars, putting more miles on the road, and this is not only putting us behind our sister states, but it's also making it impossible for us to maintain or expand or improve our roads. Y'all, we've got to take care of business at home. So the infrastructure program will be my number one priority. And I know that I might as well be preaching to the choir, because when you drive your children, drop them off at school, or you driving to work, or you're just driving around out and about, everyone in this room sees the troubles and experiences the troubles of our roads and bridges in. You know that we've got to tend to our business and improve our infrastructure. And y'all just rest assured we are no longer going to be a state that settles for inaction. And I'm eager to address this issue with the legislature in the upcoming session. And now is the time to increase our investment in the infrastructure with a reasonable amount that effectively helps us meet this challenge. And by doing so, we are not only investing in roads and bridges, but we're also investing in economic development, public safety, our communities, and even the future of Alabama. And y'all, I just tell you, this is why I serve, to make Alabama better for future generations. Sure, we have our challenges, but I choose to look at these challenges as opportunities, not difficulties. And I want people to remember the Ivey administration as one that faced challenges head on. We worked together and we met those challenges and overcame them. My administration will be just the beginning of Alabama's brightest days. And we certainly have a lot of hard work ahead of us, but I know that here in Alabama we are more than capable of achieving lofty goals. So today, I encourage each of you to remind the world that the state of Alabama, in Phoenix City, Alabama, is the place to do business. And as we work to put our country on the forefront of space exploration, as we work to position the city of Mobile as one of the top 4 cities in the world in aerospace manufacturing, and as we help tech companies like Google flourish in rural Alabama. And also as we look to grow East Alabama, let's navigate together. Let's all join hands and work together for these goals. And when we do that, the future is filled with a lot of hope and potential for growth and opportunity. So let's remember that Alabama's best days are ahead of us. I look forward to working with all of you. And thank you again for inviting me here tonight. May God bless each of you and the great state of Alabama.
And I realize Governor Ivey has an extremely hectic schedule, and she's got a long trip back to Montgomery, so she's going to be leaving us early. We still got a lot left in our event this evening, and we're going to move on to our next item. And I got to tell you, this guy showed up just over a year ago, and what a breath of fresh air for our community in our area. Please put your hands together for our CEO and President of the East Alabama Chamber of Commerce, Dennis Beeson.
Okay, so those of you that know me know I'm not a behind the podium kind of guy. So I'm going to come down here. So my name is Dennis Beeson. If you don't know me yet, I've met a lot of you tonight. I am from Michigan. Hey, thanks. Dee Dee's from Flint, Michigan. I'm from Saginaw, Michigan. I got to thank Judge Harden because he was part of the process to bring me here. And we were talking beforehand. He said, I bet you're glad you're here and not that negative 20-degree weather that you had last week. Thank you, Judge Harden. It's great to be here for a full year. I'm not going to take a lot of your time up. Matter of fact, I think Wes is going to work my slides, but Chamber of Commerce life for me has started way back when I got out of college. I'm a Michigan State graduate, so please, no one ever say, how's that Michigan team doing? Because it's a lot like Alabama, Auburn down here. It makes my skin crawl. I'm a Michigan State Spartan. Okay, but Chamber of Commerce is vital to a community. Some people say anymore, what does a chamber even do? Why am I paying my dues? We're here for you. If you've noticed, there's a few elected officials in the House. It's our job to be a conduit when you have troubles, when you have interest, when you want to do something different, when you want to add to the community. We go and talk. We're your voice. We're the voice of the community when it comes to business. We're doing a great job of it. I want to just thank some great people. First of all, thanks again to the governor. I think she's already slipped out, but it was wonderful to have her here. The board of directors here for the chamber has been nothing but supportive, and I thank you so much. I want two people that are very important to me and have had to deal with me the last 2 days, and I have not been a great guy. Mr. Steve Jordan and Kellen Fliss in the back. Give them a hand, please. They're our staff, and they are good people. Thank you. Anybody that is on the fund committee, would you wave your hand if you're on the fund committee? So the fund committee is the people that put this on. They're the ones that sit down and help us. But there's two people in particular that did a lot. Brinley Griffin is the person that put all the hands together. Hands on the table, and we are the hands for the community. We're here to help. We're helping hands. But this young lady in the blue, Melissa, had to deal with all of the arrangements for the governor. And I owe her lunch. I owe Wes lunch. I owe a lot of people lunch. So thank you guys for everything that you do. Thank you. Thanks to CTV Meeting. Thanks to the Ruby sponsors. Aja Peoples is a new member, and she's here taking pictures, doing a great job. Thank you so much. Taylor Funeral Home, every time we call, they answer. Thanks, Tony. And all the folks that are here, thank you for buying a ticket. Some of you just got a ticket today because we were sold out 3 weeks ago. In the last 2 days, we had about 15 cancellations, and we worked all the way through our backlist and not too many empty seats, so thank you for that. And I want to thank our regional partners. Those of you that are from not just East Alabama, because we've got great partners here in East Alabama. Thanks to our Smith Station folks for coming on board and being a great member. But we've got Crawford, we've got Ladonia, we've got Fort Mitchell. But we've got some folks that just happen to be across that river, right there, that's on the screen. My good friend Brian Anderson's right there. He and I work together regular. I will tell you folks, we meet about every 6 weeks just to say, what can we do better? How can we make this thing work? Columbus 2025 is about working together. We're a region, and this is the gateway to East Alabama. We're going to continue to keep making our gateway a beautiful gateway. Okay? So thank you folks for coming. Now, let's do a quick run through of some highlights. In the last year, this is what we did. A few things, not many things. Changed the name. We had the annual dinner last year, we actually had the Secretary of State. As a board, we've met twice to have work sessions. We rewrote the bylaws. We actually changed the size of the board. We updated bylaws that hadn't been updated in 14 years. Those of you that were in the annual golf outing, anybody playing the golf outing, raise your hand this year. Was that fun or what? Yeah, it was fun. We did around the world in 18 holes. We had 17 sponsors that came out and picked up a different country. And let me just tell you, everybody got home safe. Even after the Irish hole. Yeah. We reactivated the Chamber Foundation. Many of you don't realize we have a nonprofit foundation. We're starting to work on projects. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that as the coming year. We joined forces with not only the city recreation, but the Columbus Parks and Recreation, the Uptown Columbus group, the chamber was out there, and we did Spooktacular on the 14th Street Bridge. Over 5,000 people were walking back and forth between Alabama and Georgia. Fort Benning is important to all of us. It's the largest military post in the country. We're redeveloping our relationship there. We had Colonel Cox from the garrison come and speak at our breakfast. It's important that we embrace it. Economic impact, nothing bigger. East Alabama Board of Realtors, guess what? They went with a new name as well. Thanks for everything you guys do, because we have all of our breakfasts there. Great partner. We also had a Meet the Candidates event. By the way, we don't support a candidate, but we want you to know all the candidates. So our forum was a little bit nicer. Just tell us who you are. I don't want to hear the bad stuff. We created a new mission, vision, and values. And if you'd like to see those, they're on our website. Please take a look on our new website and our new client management software. Ladies and gentlemen, we added 95 new members last year. That's, I think, worth an applause. Not only 95 new members, we added a new level, platinum members. Then 12 people came around to be our platinum members. Thank you so much. What are we going to do this year? Well, we're going to assist the county, the city, and the region with anything they need to do from an economic development standpoint. We've got to grow, and we've got to figure out how to do that. We're going to grow by another 100 this year. And we're going to take a trip, along with the trip that we do with the region. We're going to take a trip, and our Columbus folks are invited to come if they'd like. But we're going to go to Tuscaloosa. We're going to see what's happening. They've done a lot of different things with their downtown. We're going to see what we can do to try to make things in our downtowns better. We're going to have a spring fundraiser this year. It's going to be probably on May 11th, but we just got some news that it might not be on May 11th, but hold fast on that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a Taste of East Alabama type event. So we're going to have wine, craft beer, food, soft drinks, fun, okay? I work with the Parks and Recreation Department here, but talking to Commissioner Peggy Martin, she gave me 2 names of the county that I'll be reaching out to next week to figure out how we can do more in the county level. Chamber Foundation. So we've started a project, and I'm going to ask you folks to participate. We have a beautiful river walk. Thank you to all of the people that changed the river to a great place to walk by. But our benches here in Phoenix City, there's about 12 of them. They need to be fixed. We've started the process. Our foundation purchased 1. Quickly after that, 2 of our board members purchased 2 more. We'd like to replace 12 benches. They cost about $2,400. Put a plaque on it with your company name or whomever, maybe a loved one that passed away, in memory of. See us, we'd love to get your bench down on the boardwalk. We have a leadership group. Part of our leadership group is to do a project, add something to the city. They're doing 2 projects. They're overachievers. They think they're getting on my good side by doing that. They are. The Russell County Child Advocacy Center is going to get some much needed improvement work because of that group. And we're also going to do an interactive mural. So it'll be somewhere in this area. So when people are visiting, walking, they can take a nice picture, maybe in front of some Phoenix Wings, perhaps some other kind of a picture. It's happening. We're going to collaborate some more for those Meet the Candidate events. Big years coming up. Our annual golf outing, we're going to move from October to September, because those of you that were at the golf outing, it was cold and wet, and we still had 30 teams, and we dropped the golf balls. We had 300 golf balls dropped. Somebody won $3,000. Pretty fun. We're going to have a board retreat, go over things, stay sharp. And lastly, we want to be an agent of change and growth. We may not agree with everything that we do. We may bump heads, but our mission is to help. Let us help. Let us be your conduit for community growth. Okay, you've already talked, so you're not coming up again. So we're going to move on to the awards session. And I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, we will have you out of here before 9. So I'm going to bring to the stage Mr. Dave Arwood, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a big hand, Dave Arwood. I think he just likes my hair. All right, I'm really excited about this part. I've been waiting on this part all night. So, first off, I want to say that a big part of our chamber are our ambassadors. And have we got ambassadors here? I want to hear my ambassadors get loud in the room. Ambassadors, let me hear you. Yeah, it's only a small part of the team. You guys could have gotten louder over there. Ron? Anyway, as a chamber ambassador myself, you know, we do a lot of stuff that you guys see. We also do a lot of stuff that you don't see. We're behind the scenes a lot. And we're the guys that come out and knock on your door, knock on your business to tell you how much we appreciate you being a member of the chamber. It's a point-driven group, so we get ready and get extra points for this, that, and the other. And then at the end of the year, we have some awards. For example, our ambassador, our ambassador team of the year, our ambassador of the year.
Ambassador team.
Is ambassador team first?
Yep. It's on the board.
Ambassador team of the year. Well, you didn't give me this one. Here you go.
It's in your book.
It's in my book. Ambassador of the year. Ambassador team of the year. Ambassador team of the year. Ambassador team of the year. Let me just tell you who our teams are.
It's Team Kilts.
Team Kilts was our winner, with Heike Horning, Ron Hatch, Nathan Walden, Sam Malloy, Wayne Mitchell, and I don't have the paragraph to read, but you know what? Put your hands together for our winning ambassador team of the year, Team Kilts. And I gotta tell you, I never saw any of them wear a kilt, but it was always threatening. I don't understand why. We need to make that happen. So congratulations to our ambassador team. Our ambassador of the year.
Ambassador All-Star.
Ambassador All-Star team of the year. There's a picture of me over there.
Top 5 scores.
Top 5 scores of all, and this is everything from going to visit people, making ribbon cuttings, and just being pretty dang good people. Victor Feliciano, Ron Hatch, Sam Malloy, myself, and Janie Potts, our all-star team. Love every one of these people. I enjoy spending a lot of time with them too. Now, can we do the Ambassador of the Year? Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. So, the Ambassador of the Year is an individual that has given of their time freely to promote, support, and grow the Chamber through their commitment to attending events, providing referrals, being a liaison to members, and assisting with setup and teardown of events. This person has overwhelmingly benefited the Chamber of Commerce, and that person would be from...
Wait for it.
The finalists for Ambassador of the Year are Ron Hatch, Alvin and Associates, Victor Feliciano, Vicinity Tours, Sam Malloy, Serve Pro of Phoenix City.
And the winner is in this envelope. Ron Hatch! Get yourself up here, Ron. You know, Ron has so many different names that we give him. And now he gets the big one, the Ambassador of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. This guy does it, he just goes all out. Put your hands together for Ron Hatch. Thank you, Ron. That was a pretty good build-up, wasn't it? Chicken foot necklace. If you were on hole, I don't remember what hole that was. Statute of limitations might not be up, so.
Hole 3.
Hole 3. I don't think I made it that far. Anyway, I'd like to invite Scott Holmes to come to the stage. Scott was the winner of last year's Young Leader of the Year award, and Scott will be presenting this year's winner. Scott.
It's right there for you to read, sir.
Young Leader of the Year I think they might have changed the rules because I'm not quite young anymore, but someone through their engagement in our region who has demonstrated great leadership. This young leader has created a higher degree of inclusion, influence, and impact for the good of our communities and all citizens through their time, talent, and treasure. The recipient's age was within the requirements of the Young Professionals Organization, which is under 40, which I am not, and have assisted in elevating the presence and impact of our community's younger citizens.
Hold 1 second.
The nominees for Young Leader of the Year are Will Thompson, Synovus Bank; Sean Culligan, Phoenix City Economic Development; Chelsea Arrington, Melanie Johnson, State Farm; Margaret Moss, Bowden Realty; Haley Ramey, Phoenix City Housing Authority.
And the winner is Sean Culligan.
Glad I didn't say big stuff.
Awesome. Our next award goes to the Individual Leader of the Year, and our person who will be announcing this was last year's recipient, and that is Melissa Gant.
Gant, right. Yeah. So last year he called me Melissa Gaunt, even after somebody told him it was Gant. So thank you for saying it right this time. So the Individual Leader of the Year is someone who has reflected unselfishly humanitarian service and leadership, and has promoted and led positive initiatives and stands up for issues for the betterment of our communities. Through their leadership role, made significant impacts through personal, business, and professional achievement. Someone who has helped build a community atmosphere for diversity, inclusion, growth, and opportunity for all. I feel like I'm at the Grammys, and the nominees are
Mary Mayrose, Phoenix City Housing Authority; Mayor F.L. Bubba Copeland, City of Smith Station; Chris Lemons, East Alabama Board of Realtors; Dr. David White, Troy University; Teddy Price, Striffler Hanby Funeral Home; Patricia Brooks, A New Tutoring.
And the winner is my friend, Dr. David White.
Can you guys tell we have way too much fun in this organization? Isn't that awesome? I love it. All right, next is the Economic Development Award, and the person who will be announcing this winner is going to be our City of Phoenix City Economic Developer, Sean Culligan.
Dennis asked if I wanted to say a few words earlier. He didn't know that I had to read, and I read on a third grade level, so it was way too much pressure. Just wish I had Dave Arwood's voice. So, all right. Is this one?
That's you, right?
Individual of the Year.
Economic.
There we go. All right, goes to a large company, over 50 employees, that has made significant impact in the East Alabama region through job creation and investment both in the community and infrastructure, expansion and or renovation. The Economic Development Award is a recognition of commitment to our region and readiness to act when called upon. And the nominees.
And award are CTV Bean, Troy University, W.C. Bradley.
And the winner is Pretty Music. Troy University.
All right, our next award is for the Small Business of the Year Award. And our person announcing that will be our East Alabama Chamber Vice Chairman. Put your hands together for Will Thompson.
Okay, Small Business of the Year Award. This is a business company, 50 employees or less, that positively impacted the East Alabama region by actions taken for the betterment of all. Through their investment in the community, they are a leader of initiatives and economic development. Their business enterprise promotes a positive environment for the community. And the nominees are?
The nominees for Small Business of the Year are Phoenix City Housing Authority, East Alabama Board of Realtors, Melanie Johnson, State Farm, German Foods, Gifts and More, Enrichment Services Program, Strickler Hamby Funeral Home, Planet Fitness.
And the winner is the East Alabama Board of Realtors.
I love this music. Dennis, did you pick that?
I did. Mike is going to help.
One more round of applause for all of our winners, y'all. And more importantly, I think you should give a round of applause to yourselves because everyone here is a winner tonight. So thank you so much. And I think that's just about a wrap. I want to make sure everyone please be safe on your way home. Thank you for attending our annual dinner. We love y'all so much. And I just got to give my favorite line, which is remember to shop local and seek out a chamber member first. Y'all have a good night. I'll see you at the breakfast, the business after hours, the ribbon cuttings, and all of the above. Be safe.